Hey, what's up guys, Tech Notice here, and I just want to say sorry for some misunderstanding in my previous video. This is definitely a clone of the iPhone 8. Apple's not going to be releasing one with just a border right here. Most likely it's going to be the full edge-to-edge screen. It's going to look very awesome. But here's just going to be a glimpse of what's to come. Now some of you guys mentioned that this might be the clone or the model for the 7S, and it could possibly be, yeah, without these borders of course, but here's going to be a closer look at this dummy unit, or I shouldn't say dummy, it's a working model, and it's running some kind of version of Android. So the supplier told me that this is running Android 7, and this is the 128GB version compared to some of the ones you saw online. And this seems to be true, 128. Now weirdly enough, this is running iOS 11.0.1, and this is the version number 18E304. Now that can't possibly be because this iPhone over here is running the latest version of iOS 11, which is beta 2 right now. So this is like a phone in the future. Now the funny thing is, the serial number down here, you can see F8L. I tried punching that into the coverage and support center on Apple's website, and I thought that would be a serial number from some older devices or anything like that, but it's invalid. It's just a random number that they made up. Something interesting to note. Now you guys can see down here, I'm pressing onto this empty portion right here. This acts as a capacitive touch, and there is actually a fingerprint reader right underneath, and they also call it Touch ID, and I'll show you guys it right here. Now you can place your finger right at the bottom here, and it will start scanning, and it seems to be working very fast. Maybe even faster than the first generation Touch ID. I'll show you guys, and we'll lock the device. We'll just tap on it. And it's quite difficult because they don't show where exactly the home button is, but we'll just put it randomly anywhere. And this isn't fake at all. If you try another finger, it will tell you to try again, or it just won't work. Moving on, we are going to be looking at some apps that they have pre-installed. Let's try. Now it's really difficult because I have no idea where the home button is. They should at least outline where it is. So there. We are back in the home screen. So swiping over to the left side, we also have the widgets. Things are acting a little bit funky here. We have the widgets right here. And it seems pretty standard. You could possibly be fooled if you had a skin wrapped around this device. You could be fooled for something else. If you swipe up and down, you have all these widgets, and they are working. This seems to be running a skin of iOS 10. I thought it would be shipping with iOS 11 as well. There are some little areas that shows hints of iOS 11, but for the most part it doesn't. And I'll show you guys something interesting right here. So all the icons work right here inside the widget. So if you tap on it, it will launch into that app. But I noticed if you swipe down from the bottom and you swipe over to the widgets from the notification center, nothing works. So these are all just dummy apps. It doesn't seem like they coded it very well. And you guys can see Google Play Store right there. So if this was an actual iOS or an Apple device, you guys would not see this. But it's neat that you have Google Play Store and you have Maps. So the shitty thing is, if you plug in your iPhone into CarPlay, which I use really often, you would have to be jailbroken and doing that technique that I did. If you guys haven't checked that video out, super awesome, how to get Safari, YouTube, and Google Maps running on CarPlay on iOS. But this is stock with this device. So it looks like an Apple, but when you plug it in, you get Google Maps, which is freaking awesome. Now, next thing, we have Control Center. Let's just test out a bunch of the basic features here. So this is Control Center from iOS 10. All these are working. And you can swipe up from any screen. Now, there's no live preview of the brightness bar. You have to just let go and you'll see it. And there are some places where the brightness bar just disappears because it fills in with the background. Now they have something here for AirPlay. I don't think it works at all. They're just lighting up. And you have Night Shift, which does nothing as well. And you have the flash. Alright, the flash looks really nice. This has the 4 LED flash right inside there. But it doesn't seem like that's activated for True Tone. So it looks like just a blue LED. Okay, we'll turn that off and let's see some other apps. This is Timer, looks pretty standard. I gotta say they worked very hard to clone iOS. Like, it looks fantastic. Even inside the UI, a lot of the apps look exactly the same. So here we have Apple Music. Take a look, guys. It's just insane how close it is to the actual UI of iOS. So it's not likely that the iPhone 8 or the iPhone 7s, whenever it's released, is going to be running iOS 10. Most likely it's going to be running iOS 11. So we'll go inside the App Store. This is likely Play Store. Nice, and you guys can download a bunch of apps. You got camera. Oh, the cameras actually look pretty nice. I just want to show you guys this, but you have a dual camera right here, although the bottom one is completely fake. So it's hard to see right there. It's just a little circle, but here we can test it. If we cover the top one, it's completely black. But if we cover the bottom one, nothing. And they pretty much just fake this as well. So all it does is just a digital zoom of whatever the picture is with the one camera. So you got video, you got slow-mo, you got everything here. And live photos does work, guys. It's freaking awesome. So a little stuttery right there. But if we go back into the picture and we force hold, and you can see right there, pretty awesome. Oh, while we're on the topic of 3D and force hold, all these icons are 3D hold capable. So look, you hold on them, you can take a picture, take a selfie, hold on a different app. Cool, right? So we'll get more into depth with that, but let's take a look at the aesthetics right now. As I showed you guys in the other video, things are looking very good. I'm not too much of a fan of this sticking out part right here for the camera and the dual lens. I don't know, it's just something about the back that kind of ruins it. I wish this was integrated into the back frame, just like the iPhone 4, and it wouldn't be sticking out at all. And here is a look at the bottom. So this is a little bit thinner, as I mentioned, over this one right here. But lightning does plug into it, no problem at all. And for the thickness, it seems thinner. It seems thinner than the iPhone 6, 6s, and 7. But maybe that's just on camera. What do you guys think? And even the screwdriver, the screws, they're a little bit bigger as well. Everything else just matches up exactly. As for the screen, it looks a little bit bigger when it's not turned on, but if you put them side by side, they are exactly the same. So you can literally put a skin on this phone, the one that's made for the iPhone 7, and it will just cover all the borders and it will look pretty damn sexy for a clone. And I'm going to get more into depth with this phone, guys. I'm going to be comparing it a lot more with different phones. So remember to stay tuned, hit subscribe, like, peace out.